literacy trainings. So what I will, firstly, before we begin, I'll just quickly introduce myself. As you all know, I work for Westpac. I'm Mary Angela Bowick. I'm the financial literacy trainer for our company, and I've been doing these trainings, I believe, for close to 10 years now. So I've been facilitating for financial literacy for that long. It has been very long. The journey has been very fruitful. It has been a really great experience. So I'm the microfinance officer of Westpac in Fiji. And part of my role is running the financial literacy sessions, the trainings that we will have a look at today and tomorrow and Friday. So today we will look at the financial first step training, and tomorrow and Friday we will touch on the business basic training. Part of my role is I also run a market in town. In Suva, we have it in Suva. So it's the microfinance markets. You can relate it to maybe the rock market. In the Western, maybe the markets that you host in Vunda or Shelley Park. I think there's a market there in Lotoka. So that's probably the closest that I can relate it to. But with us, we're a market for everybody, meaning that we don't have selective people. Like some markets do, they only want artisans. With us, we target the micro business operators, such as people like yourself, who are starting off from home, who can make things, maybe those that, doing it for a living, those that are doing it just out of their interest as a hobby. So we accommodate everyone in our market that we host in Suva. And that's the microfinance market. It's a free market, meaning that you do not pay us a fee, but you will have to provide your own tent, table, and chair, your equipments to actually set up. So we provide the venue, we provide the market, but you have to provide all those things. And as a business owner, I mean, this is something that we should have, we should have with us, like our equipments, our table, our chair. If we want to sell somewhere, we have to provide those things ourselves. So that's an avenue that we provide for business, micro business operators. And we have been running that market for, as far as I can remember, right from 2009. Unfortunately, this year, we haven't had any market since Feb of 2020 because of COVID. But we are not deterred by it. We're just waiting for everything else to normalize before we can continue with our market. And that is something that that's a platform that Westpac microfinance unit provides. So we don't give you a loan, a micro loan. We provide you the market where you can actually come and operate your business. And it's done once a month. So that's what I do. Just a short introduction. I've been a bank officer for 15 years with Westpac, and I thoroughly enjoy the experience with meeting participants like yourself. I've been very fortunate in my work with the bank that I get to travel out to the communities. I go to schools. I run trainings similar like this, but at the primary and secondary level for our students. And the reason why I reach out to the students, one, because it's already in their curriculum. They have financial literacy embedded in their commercial studies. We just come in and we just add the icing to the cake for them to make it a bit more interesting, so that they can learn they can have an interest and understand the value of money today for us. So if you have children and they are coming to you and they are saying, "Mom, Dad, I want to open a bank account," or they're asking for a penny box, please understand that we are touching our children in that training level. We are going to our children so that we can embed in them the saving culture. Something that I can say some of us, we never had that when we were in school, for the bank to visit us and run trainings like this. So our children are very fortunate today. I've been to a lot of schools. I really enjoy going to talk to them because, they're like sponge. So when you teach them something like a penny box, like their first bank at home, oh man, the kids, they love it. They enjoy it. And we just we just enjoy watching them understand all this. And they sponge. Anything you teach them, they take it in. And it's so important that we touch them now at that age where they can pick up a good habit and, and go and continue and grow with it. Okay, so that's what I do in my role. And I just wanted to ask Mervyn, our host, is there a round of introduction? Can I hear from the participants? Maybe they can introduce themselves and, just tell me. First, you tell me your name, okay? Tell me your name. You can share a little bit about what you're doing right now, and then you can tell me what is your expectation from this training. What is it that you're looking forward to learning from our sessions today, tomorrow, and the next day? Yeah? So we can do the round of introduction, and then I'll introduce you to your training materials. Renaka.
You wanna, Mary? The names are on your list here. You can ask anyone to start first. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Maybe that's better. So I'll call out the names. So I'll start with Mariva. Mariva, can you please introduce yourself? Thank you.
My name is Mariva Risiate. I'm currently staying at home, still job hunting. In the meantime, I do a little bit of tie-dye business. And the main reason why I wanted to take up this training was to basically help me with my financial decision when it comes to the buying, the selling. How do I go about with maintaining the profit? How do I introduce my new products and the new ideas into the business? That was the main reason why I joined in the session.
Naka Mariva. We'll move on to Mary Tamani.
Everyone, my name is Mary Tamani. As you can see, I'm currently a student at the USP doing law. The reason why I came into this program was because I was interested in doing business earlier, but then I kind of realized that it could help me in the financial management. That's all.
Naka Mary. Frank? Let's hear from Frank, please.
Morning, everybody. My name is Frank Gordon Blake. I'm from Ovalau. I currently work at Niranjans. The reason being I took up this training is I found it interesting, and I found that it would somehow contribute towards my future goals, especially in the financial side.
Oh, Naka, Frank. How about Anaise Naisua?
Bula to everyone. My name is Anaise Naisua. I'm from Lotoka, and currently what I'm doing is less than 1 year now. I have a chicken farm business, and apart from that, I do freelance work for an overseas company. So when I found out about this opportunity, I was excited because I want to learn something new, something that I don't know of from what I currently know or heard of. So looking forward to this training, and whatever you are going to share with us. I'm open to receive whatever you are going to enlighten us, educate us on these 3 days, new ways of how I can better manage my finances and improving budgeting and saving whatever money that I can earn from my business. And thank you very much for this opportunity, Naka.
Naka, Anaise. We'll move on to Moji Natumba, please. Moji, your mic is muted. Okay, now it's unmuted. Thank you.
My name is Moses Natupa, and I'm from VCC Bunda. I'm currently employed as a project coordinator at the moment. for Samisoni Farms at the Hot Bread Kitchen headquarters. And this opportunity for just to contribute more running my business. I have a small business as a small carpentry business, which is Red Cross Service. Thank you very much.
Nakamoji. Mary Sindawai.
Everyone, in Toka. Actually, I'm really interested in taking up this training because I've been a small business myself, but it never meant to last long. So I hope the extent that capitalize on my business. And then news.
Think we're having some technical issues with Mary C. Mary C, do you think you need to unmute your mic? We can't hear you at the moment.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Yeah, like I was saying, I have been doing small businesses, but it never run longer. So taking up this course might I learn new pointers on how to keep my business afloat and how I can capitalize on whatever business I've been doing. Thank you.
Naka. Let's hear from Shristika Kumar.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Shristika.
My name is Rishtika. I'm currently a business entrepreneur for a small business since September, beginning of this month, last month, sorry. And my business is like selling and buying of small items online. And I joined this course as I have previously learned in MSc courses by FNU about financial literacy, but wanted to know more how can the financial literacy be impact of our life and how can I improve.
Okay, just three more. So we have N Sawani. Can we please hear from N Sawani?
Hello.
Bola Binaka.
Bola Binaka, everyone. Bola Mary Angela. First of all, my name is Manise Sawani. I hail from the beautiful island of Ovalau, and actually, I run a consultancy business on occupational health and safety. So I do freelancing.
Okay.
Since this COVID-19, this pandemic, it has really made a greater impact on my business. So I tried to start up a new one, which is a wholesale and retail business, which is a startup. So I would like to attend this training is so that I can implement this in both my wholesale retail and my consultancy business on occupational health and safety, Vinaka.
Naka. We have Dawn Pickering. Dawn, are you with us? No.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I must apologize. I don't have my video on. I've been sick for the last couple of days and I don't look the best today. But tomorrow I'll have my video on. Thank you for allowing me to join this training. I was previously for 26 years in the tourism industry, and since COVID happened, I had to reevaluate everything and I started my own business. So what I wanted to gain from this training is basically how to manage my money better, how to manage my finances better, and to keep a track of everything. So, you know, when I do my taxes and everything else, it all comes together, which I've never, ever had to do before.
Vinaka Dawn. Let's hear from Rupanshi. Rupanshi, are you with us? She's the last one on that list at the moment.
Hello.
Hello, Rupanshi.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Hello, everybody. I'm a second-year student at USP. I'm doing law and BCom, majoring in management and public admin. I heard about this program in a group chat for Alliance for Future Generations, and I thought this was the perfect opportunity to learn to manage my finances better. And after hearing how everyone has a small business, it kind of motivated me to start one as well. So I'm really looking forward to learning more to work towards that goal. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. The round of introductions, that went really well. And I'm really happy to hear from all of you and your expectations. What I can guarantee is, you know, we're all still learning when it comes to financial literacy and how to, you know, better manage our money. All of us, we all learn a new thing every day. And I'd like you to understand that I'm not here to expect you, you know, to know everything one go or in one session for you to pick up everything. You know, what you know that you can relate to, feel free to explore and feel free to ask questions. The many questions you ask, the better for all of us to learn, even for yourself. This is an informal session, meaning that you know, when I'll ask a lot of questions and you are free to participate, because this is adult learning and we want to keep it interesting and keep it lively so that I don't look like this and I can see Frank is snoozing in the back end. I want to see that what we're going to share and what we're going to talk about today is relevant to you, that it will help you, and the main thing is for you to be keen and interested to learn. So most or maybe everything that I'll cover today, you already know these things, but I'm just here to maybe, you know, like motivate you a little bit extra or give you that sentiment of hope. Like Dawn rightfully said, you know, we have to sometimes we have to step back. We have to reassess. We have to reassess on what we're doing, how we can do it better, and then we're able to understand where we're gonna head to from there. So it's really important that we have a discussion, and feel free to, you know, feel free to stop me in between if something you don't understand. Feel free to stop me and ask. I'm more than happy to accommodate all your questions. If I don't have the answer, I can come back to you later and give you the answer. I'll go and find it. But feel free to communicate with us. You know, let's have an open communication. Let's have a informal session. Let's enjoy ourselves in these next 3 days. 2 hours is quite long, and I want you to be able to ask yourself, you know, after these 2 hours, was it worth it sitting in this session? Was it worth my time? You know, you have to really question yourself with that as well. I'd like to throw that question out there because at the end of this learning, I want you to understand this information. So, you know, when it comes to financial first step, I'm not sure if you've collected your booklets. Do you have your booklets with you? Okay, great. So the booklet that I've given out, that I sent across with Mervin picked it up yesterday. Thank you so much, Mervin. And he was happy to distribute it. you know, this booklet here is for you to keep. So there's things that you know, we talk about and you want to take note of, write. The more you write in your booklet, the better you capture all the information. So there are things that I'll share. There's probably, you can say that you might not have it in your booklet. The reason why I do that, because I prefer to relate the learning to what we are going through right now. You know, like I prefer to relate it to our culture, to our lifestyle, to how we are, you know, managing money and using money today. So I prefer to relate it to us in that sense. Now, the objective of today's learning, I'll introduce you to what are some of the expectations from us that you will be taking back from this learning. The first one is, you know, we want you to understand how to manage money and how to make it happen. You know, like you can learn it, but actually how to make it happen. The second point, or the second objective for us is, you know, we want you to understand your decisions, how to make good decisions. That's the, you know, that's the highlight of these training sessions. It's your decision. When we all know, we've all worked, we are all working, we are running little businesses. Every day we are spending money. You want to travel somewhere, you have to top up your bus card or pay for your fuel, and then you can go. So we all understand this point to objective when I talk about good decisions, how to make your decisions. The last bit is, you know, after this session, we want you to feel confident about saving. We want you to live today, not just understanding what is saving, but to feel confident about saving generally. Yeah. Okay.
Mary Angela, I'm just sharing the screen for those that don't have the booklet.
Go ahead. Thank you. Okay, so if you look at this, sorry, Mervin, am I able to share a screen? Because I wanted to
take this
out and move to a PowerPoint that I have here.
No worries, go right ahead. You can share your screen now.
Can you enable it for me so that I can show it to the participants? All right. So while we're waiting for that, I just want to, okay, there you go. Got you. Okay, can everyone see that screen? So I have a PowerPoint here. Okay, and this is the objective. I wanted us to understand the learning today is list the steps on how to manage your money, how to make it happen, making good money decisions, and how to feel confident about your saving. Okay, so as I go along with the PowerPoint, we can relate it to your booklet. Okay, so if you look at your booklet on page number 6, if you have your booklet in front of you,
Mary Angela, the booklet will be, because we've sent the soft copy, so it'll be on their emails.
Okay. Yeah. So I've seen that you've sent it to them through their email.
Yes, yeah, because the booklets, yes, some of them couldn't make it, so that's why I've shared it via email.
Okay, great. Yeah. So I'll use this PowerPoint because I can relate it to the booklet for them, and when they get the booklet or whatever you have right now, if you have a pen and paper, take note of some pointers that I'm sharing. Yeah. When you receive your booklet, everything that we talk about in the PowerPoint is in the booklet as well. Okay, is that all right with everyone?
Yes, that's fine, Mary Angelo. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so when it comes to money, today's learning is basically touching on your personal expenses, family budget, all of that. So the first step for us to understand how to achieve those objectives, the objective that I listed out, how to manage your money, how to make it happen, making good money decisions, and feeling confident to save. So to achieve that objective, we will look at all these topics. Okay, so the first one is on planning. We have to start every day or with our personal income, even with our business, everything begins with a plan. Why is it that planning is the first learning topic in this session? Because it's the first step for you to understand how to manage your money. Okay, when you put a plan. Now, number two, it will prepare you for your future. When you set a plan, it prepares you for your future. That's basically what it does. Okay. We have key life moments. Our key life moments are our school, work, family, and retirement. You know, when we are young, we don't have the responsibility that we have as we are working or when we have a family. Okay, all those responsibilities lie with our parents or our guardians or those that we live with. That we are dependents. That's the underlying point during our school days. When we start to earn, you know, when we go and work. Some of you have been employed, some of you currently run your own business, some of you have never been employed, like students, yeah, like the students that are joining us today. There will come a time when you will join the working group. And it's wonderful to hear that you are interested, you are keen to explore the option of wanting to start your own little business, because that is the first step of employment, self-employment. Okay. So when we are working, we will be paying for bills. We'll be paying for little things, maybe for students, you know, now they have to pay for expenses like taking themselves to school, which is their fare. It's taken care of by their parents, or some of them have jobs to actually accommodate these little expenses. Okay. Family. When we have families, we start to have responsibilities like our children, or some of us who don't have children, we have our parents that we look after. Okay, so they become our dependents and we are independent. We are the ones earning and we are paying the bills. Now, lastly, with our key life moment, like our journey in life, we will have to prepare ourselves for retirement. Okay, see the planning, how planning comes in and it sets the pace for you to prepare for your future. There you go. From when you were in school, and then when you have children, they will begin their journey. Okay, and then when we go and work, we earn, we have to start preparing ourselves for our family life. When we will settle down, we will need to provide all the basic needs first for the family, and then we can enjoy the luxuries or the wants as we go along. And then we must be mindful, you know, that our expenses doesn't stop there. We have to prepare ourselves for retirement. Even if you're a student and you are just about to, you know, leave studying to go and look for employment, we must also aim for that time. It will come. And you have to prepare yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I need to have? What is it that I have to make sure that I achieve by the time I retire? Because the bills doesn't stop at retirement. It continues. That's what we have to remember. Okay, so our income may cease. It may stop at retirement, like when we stop working, we stop earning a weekly or a fortnightly income, but the bills does not stop. So how will we cope? Yeah, with the cost of living and all of that, we take into, you know, we take that in, and we must be mindful of the fact that these things will still exist by then. So we have to use this concept. Always start with a plan. It helps you to manage your money. It says there is a first step to great money management, and it prepares you for your future. Okay, so to achieve your big plan, you have to set them in your goals. How many of you have gone through financial literacy training, maybe from another financial literacy provider? Anyone? Okay, Shristika, good. Okay. So this session here, it continues to touch on the basic things like goals. We've heard of goal setting. We go to every other workshop. If you have attended other workshops that are not financial literacy related, maybe something else, you will notice that goal setting is always there. Planning and goal setting will be included. Why? Because exactly that. It is a way forward for all of us. Okay, so when it comes to your personal income and how to manage it, when you set your plan, you must ask yourself, how will I achieve this plan? That's when goals come in. I have my goals. Okay, so it will teach you what you want to achieve for yourself. And remember, your goals are usually closest to your heart. Okay, so it's something very personal and endearing to you. It could be your children. It could be your own, you know, some of your dreams that you have set for yourself. Like I heard this morning, some of you have little businesses that you're already operating. Some of you want to explore options about operating a business. These are some things that you can set as your goals. And you have to ask yourself when you have set your goals, what is your financial goal with your goal? What is your financial target? That's what it means. Do you have a financial goal? When I ask that question, do you have a financial goal? All our goals, whatever we set for ourselves, they come with a financial goal. So if we tell ourselves we want to start a business, how are we going to start the business? We need money. If we tell ourselves we want to send our children to school, like, okay, one of my goals is my children, they have to study. So what do? We prepare. We prepare the money as well. We have to go and earn and make sure that we put something aside ready for the new school year. I mean, they're still in school now, but I'm sure a lot of us as parents, we are already planning ahead. We're already looking forward to the end of the school holiday, and then we're going to start preparing again to do their shopping or things like that. So every goal that we set for ourselves comes with a financial goal, and we must remember that. Okay, and we have to ask ourselves how we're going to achieve all of this. Okay, so I just want to reintroduce you. Maybe most of you know this. Reintroduce you to the different terms in the goal. Okay, we have the small or short-term goal, now till 2 years. Short-term is now until 2 years. So we must anticipate. Okay, this is 2021. So our short-term will be from now until 2023. We plan from 2021 to 2023. What have I set for me? What do I want to achieve in this time? Okay. Maybe you want to buy things for yourself. Maybe you want to, you know, like most of you have said, I want to start my business. So this is your short-term goal. You're looking at that. Okay. Medium-term goal in 5 years' time. So we're looking at 3 to 5 years or 3 to 7 years. Okay. That is your medium-term goal. We have to start asking ourselves, my work now, and what I want to achieve for my small goal, or short-term goal, what I have planned for my small or short-term goal, how will that goal go and contribute to achieving the medium-term goal? You see, the goals, they all relate in sequence. So you have to ask yourself, if I want to achieve my medium-term goal, what am I achieving now in my short term that's going to achieve my medium-term goal? Medium-term goal, 3 to 5 years time, or 3 to 7 years. Ask yourself, come that time, what do I forecast myself achieving? Okay, do I see myself achieving my studies? Some of you are still students right now. You're doing your bachelor's, you're studying in your bachelor's. Maybe you'll consider further studies. Okay, so those can lie within your medium-term goal. Some of you as business owners, you're just beginning. You're just beginning. Like some of you have said, I am operating tie-dye, like Marida. Marida will be asking herself, okay, with this tie-dye business, what am I achieving now that will help me to achieve my next goal? So that becomes your short-term goal, moving to achieve the medium-term goal. Okay, then we have the long-term, and long-term is 10 years and more. Okay, so Marita will be doing her tie-dye business now. She will be planning ahead to achieve her medium-term goal from what she's working on now. And then she's going to start forecasting. In 10 years' time, I think I should be running a little boutique or a little shop. It should be operating by then. You want to see what you are doing now will grow. And you want to know that your hard work now is going to pay off. And that's why goal is very important when they come in and they help you to achieve your plan. Okay, so you have a plan and you must set them in goals. Your short term, your medium term, and your long term. Anyone not clear with that? Would you like me to explain it in another style maybe? Just so we know that we okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming. I'm just looking at some of you are responding in the chats, not a problem. I'm also looking at that as well. Okay, So this is your goal setting. It relates with your planning, the topic planning, and goal is part of the, is a subtopic in planning, okay? So the terms, I like to put an example for some of us, okay? So when it comes to short term, we must set up a regular saving. We always encourage our participants when they come in, always set up a regular saving. You have a short-term goal. Right now, you're starting your business, and you are earning right now in whatever you are operating to earn an income. Okay, I'd like you to understand that as you are, working hard on achieving your short-term goal, also have a small saving plan. We always encourage 5%. At least start with 5 or 10%. Okay, when you start with 5 or 10%, that's for the unplanned. Now you get what I mean when I'm talking about why you need to have a little bit of money put aside. It's to prepare you for the unplanned. There are times when we are not good all the time, not all the time we have money. There are days I can say it, rainy days, we are tight, our budget is tight. Suddenly something comes up. In my PowerPoint, if you look at it, it says emergencies or obligations. Obligations could be our cultural obligation, our family obligation, or our duty. So when those things come up, you will be, you won't have to worry. Only where am I going to get the money for this wedding or this funeral or this religious obligation? You don't want to be caught off guard. That's what I mean. And that's why in your short-term goal, you should also include saving plan, a small regular saving. As you earn, put something aside to prepare you for the emergency in case something goes wrong in your business. You can recover. Okay, you don't want to be stressed, or you don't want to go through the health issues. It really impacts us. If you must understand, our finances every day, when it's, when we go through a sudden change, a major change. Sorry, Dawn, I'll just share. Like Dawn rightfully said, I used to work for the tourism industry and then COVID happened, okay? When that happens, most of us are very fortunate that we are still employed, we are still working. For our friends and our family, who we all know worldwide, in the aviation, in tourism industry, it didn't come easy. The news didn't come easy, but it's comforting for them when they know during the time they were working that they had this regular saving plan. They were putting money aside, that it helped them to cope with the sudden like the shutdown with all the tourism industry and all of that. And we did not forecast that from, say, 5 years ago that it would happen. Nobody in the whole entire world forecasted that. But it did happen, and it reached Fiji, our shores. It was happening around the world for a few months, and then it arrived to us. And when it did, and most of the people who are working in the tourism industry who have this regular saving plan, at first it just caught them off guard. They've lost their job. It was sudden stress, worry, and all of that. But they are comforted knowing that they had something there, a regular saving plan that was going to carry them for a little bit until they figure themselves out. Okay, and that's why it's important that when you are doing working hard to achieve your plan with a short-term goal, always have a small regular saving plan. I'll share that a little bit later, but I'd like to continue with this. So with that short-term plan, it's the unplanned is the emergency and the obligation. The planning can be buying something for yourself or a gift for someone. Medium term is saving to start a business or going for a holiday. So as your plan progress, the cost too can increase. Long-term, saving for a house deposit or future obligations. Okay, clear with that? Anyone not sure? You want me to clarify it a bit more? All good, Okay, so we'll move on to all good. Thank you. So we'll just to enforce the importance of planning and setting your goals with your personal finance. I'd like to introduce these 3 questions to you. What have you planned for your future? To set a plan, ask yourself, what's my plan for the future? Okay. Where do I see myself come that time? That's when it will activate the goal. Okay, short term, medium term, long term. I want to achieve this. So there you go. Where do you see yourself come that time? Lastly, how successful do you want to become? Okay, do you want to see yourself achieving your short term, your medium term, your long term? It can happen when you use this concept to plan your money. That you can tell yourself, okay, every pay or every week I can put $10 aside. This is just to, keep for the future obligations, for the unplanned, for the plan, for my medium term, for my long term. Okay, do you see yourself achieving it? You will only be able to forecast and make the prediction when you're confident enough to know that you have kept something aside, that you've started building your saving, that you know that you will achieve it. Okay, all right, all good, eh? Okay, so we have budgeting. All right. So we've covered planning. When you know your plan, you know your goals, what you want to achieve for yourself, then you look at your finance. This is where you're going to start looking at, okay, what am I earning now? What are we having as a family, and how we can start achieving our goal, planning towards achieving our goal with the current money that we have right now. Okay, so budgeting comes in. Okay, so just to define what budgeting means. It's simple. You know what money you're getting and where it is going. That's a budget. Okay, but how you will achieve your budget to relate to your goal setting and your achieving your plan, we've introduced what's called a spending diary. Okay, a spending diary is when you get a small notebook, and what you do, you try and write down all the spending that you've been doing every day. Today we paid bus fare, maybe we went and did a little bit of shopping. Note it down. At the end of the week, look at from Monday to, or say from Saturday, Sunday to Friday. Calculate all the spending you've been doing. You'll be amazed to see the amount of money that we've been using and what you're using it for. That's the purpose of the spending diary. It's going to show you a history of your spending, where you're spending money, what are the things, the items that you're buying. It will really tell you a good story of your spending lifestyle. That's the purpose of the diary. Yeah? Okay. So hold on. Mervin?
Yes, I'm here.
Naka, can you please just put up just share, then we'll go back to this PowerPoint there. I'd like you to just share the budget plan, the one that I sent you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, if you could just make me the host again, then I'll share it. Yeah?
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. See, let me just see if I can get it from here. Eh?
Yeah.
Can I share it from my end?
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay. Okay, sorry everyone, just quickly get this out. Just see if I can. Okay, so this is a budget planner. Can you all see that?
Yeah, we can see it. Thank you.
Okay, Vinaka. So what it does, the budget planner, this is like a family budget. You can construct your own budget using this planner, or if you have a planner that's working fine, I would encourage you to continue to use it. But I just want to advise everybody that, you know, we must always have a budget planner, whether we use it every day or we use it every week or fortnight or even monthly, but make sure that you are using a budget method, okay? You are budgeting your money. So I want to go through the steps. So if you look at what I've shared, step 1 is introducing you to your income, what you're getting. You know what you're receiving, maybe daily right now for those of you that are operating, or you can calculate it to say weekly. And those of you that are working, you can say fortnightly or maybe monthly. Okay. So your income is what you're getting. That is step 1. Now, step 2, what we have introduced in this budget is for you to make your first payment as your savings. Okay. You must put aside, like I had said already, your 5 or 10%, you know, just to cover for those emergencies or obligations, the unplanned. That's exactly what it's for as well. It can be for the planned, it can be for the unplanned. So when I say planned, it can be for that goal that you are planning for your short term or medium term or long term. Okay. And you can also have a regular budget for your, or regular saving for your unplanned. So it doesn't limit you to just one. You can have more than one deduction, just or amount put aside to cover for all these things that you want to achieve for yourself. So that is what step 2 is doing. Excuse me. We are encouraging everybody, as soon as you get paid or as soon as you earn your income, please always try and get into this habit to start putting or deducting the money you want to put aside first. Before you pay for anything, put a little bit aside already to cover for the unexpected, cover for the plan, the goal. Okay. And we always encourage you to save 5 or 10% according to the amount that you, or the amount you want to achieve. Some of you might have a short-term plan for 3 months. Maybe you want to go and buy yourself one new TV. Diwali sale is coming up. You're already planning for that. So you will tell yourself, okay, maybe the TV is $500. I can put $50 aside every week. And then you work yourself from there. By when you will achieve that 500 if it's every week. So that's what the step 2 is for. Put your money aside to cover already for your saving. Okay. The second payment that you should make, which is in step 3, repayments. Repayments could be, you know, you have a high purchase account, or you have a loan in one of these micro business creditors, credit company, or you have a loan with a bank, or you have a loan with a money lender. You need to make sure that you are meeting your obligation, your repayment. So I always say, you know, if you have repayments in pots, they always tell you monthly, but you can pay that account weekly. If you're earning weekly, you can pay for that account weekly. If it's $40 a month, you can break it down, $10 each week, so that it's lighter on your budget. Okay. When you start putting money aside for your repayment, it starts to help you to, you know, not have to pay so much come the end of the month. It will take away some of your plan, some things you won't be able to buy. Okay. So when you do the repayments in bits, it's helpful because it's, you know, it helps you to meet all your small expenses. So that's what repayment is for. If you look at it, it says car, credit card, school fees, family or friends. Okay, some of us, we have our children in school, even though they're at home right now. You can, you know, pay for their school fees in bits if you are paying for school fees. Otherwise, we all know the school fees is free for most of the schools. Okay, so that is your repayment. Okay. Step 4, cash out, is living expenses. This is your needs. Okay. Your needs, we all know, it's for survival. Needs such as paying for your rent. Okay, it says there, paying for your groceries, paying for maybe your rates. For those of us that have you know, our own home, we pay for our mortgage, pay for electricity or gas. Okay, so these are household expenses, and they are your needs. We have telephone. Some of us may have the landline. That's a monthly bill, so we must pay for that. And what you can do, you can put aside little bits for all your little bills, electricity, water. What is 3 months? I know for most of us households, but doesn't hurt for you to put a little bit aside. And these things, they help you to pay your bills where you don't have to fork out so much come the time the bill you receive the bill at home. It helps you to have the money ready. Come the bill, you just pay. You continue, and your expenses are not stretched. Stretch where it's affecting you. If you stretch your expenses to buy for more, okay. But if you are stretching expenses to cope with your payments, that's a bit hard. Okay. We have fares we have to pay, transport. Most of us, we've been very, we've been very drawn back about our fares because we've been at home from May till now. Most of us have been working from home, or just less travel for us. So we should have saved so much come from that time till now with our expenses, with our transport. Okay, it's taken away a lot of the expenses in that area. And then we have to remember that our needs is also our health. Like your medical bills. Sometimes we're getting sick. We have children. We have to remember if they become unwell, they become very restless, and it's a lot of work for us as parents. So we have to remember to always have money put aside for your medical bill, to go and see the doctor. Our aging parents, if we're looking after them, we must ensure that we have money there. Always ready and available to assist in this area. So this is your living expenses. It's your needs. Simple. You can pay for your needs. So if you look at the step, it says your income. When you get your income, you start minusing your expenses. We're asking you, don't go to step 4, go and pay your bills and all of that, like to be the first payment. We are encouraging you, pay for your savings first. Money is put aside. You are also paying for yourself. Do you know that when you put saving aside, that it becomes you are paying you are earning that money? It's only right that something is put aside for you and for your plans, for your goals. Okay. Then your repayments. Then you have step 4 is then the daily living that we have, like our food, our shelter, water, the survival one. Okay. Then we have step 5. If you look at step 5, it says other expenses. So other expenses is actually your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is your need. Your wants. Your wants is your luxury. We always say it's your luxury. So if you want to have extra things like internet connection, if you want extra things like maybe Sky, those are for entertainment. If you want to participate in other things that's not your need. Some of us, we involve ourselves in our cultural obligation, family duty. Those things come after you have met all of these, like the step 2, step 3, step 4. And then step 5 becomes your other expenses. For men, it's usually their haircut. They have to put money aside for this grooming, personal grooming. So they want to go and pay for this. Then we have snacks. Now that everything's opening up, we'll be wanting to take our family out. Okay. So we have to remember that when we are setting our budget, number 5 is not number 2. A lot of us, as soon as we earn, we want to enjoy. Okay, we must step back, pause, don't rush into it, stand firm, think, okay, maybe I do pay for all my expenses, the needs first, and then if I have some left over, then I can enjoy all my luxuries or my my wants. Okay. Otherwise, if you have money left over and you know that you can go without your wants, then you can still put it back into number 2 and save it. Okay. So the reason why we put step 5 there, okay, you're probably thinking, okay, so we've set a budget and it includes our wants, because the reality is we do spend on our wants, and we are trying to to put it in steps so you understand which one is priority and which one is lesser priority. You know, you have the main priority, and then you have the ones that are there that are not of the main priority, they are lesser priority, okay? And that becomes your one, because you can live without it. Anybody does not understand that? So in the planner, the one that you're looking at right now, step 6 is actually when you add it all up. Okay? You add up all your step 2 to step 5, that becomes your step 6, and then you minus the total amount from step 1. The calculation is done in step 7. So step 1 minus step that should be in step 7 instead of step 4. Under step 7, it should say step 6 instead of step 4. Okay, so basically what it means is when you've got your income, you put aside your expenses for your saving, your repayment, your daily living, all the needs. You need to meet all that obligation. You've used a bit of money for your entertainment or for your wants, for your luxury. Okay, then you calculate all that expenses, the total, and then you match it to your income. Is it within my income or is it more? Okay, have I spent the amount of money I've spent? Is it less than what I'm earning? That's how you measure it. If you know that you are spending more than what you're earning, that's when you start reassessing yourself and think, really, what is it that I'm doing? Looking at your spending diary, okay? You will go back again to your spending diary and you will see there, oh, hey, this is what I was buying on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, this is what I've been doing when I go shopping, okay? I've been spending a lot of money on my shopping. And that's where it will teach you, okay, this is when I need to start tuning my budget. I need to start cutting back on some things. Okay, so the planner helps you to understand how to set your budget and how to prioritize which one to spend first and what comes after. Why? Why am I spending first on this one? Why am I spending after this one? Okay. Can anybody answer that question? The why? Why is it that you have to prioritize your spending? Anyone? Marisi, you want to try?
For example, at the end of the day, you won't go out of electricity in a month if you really budget your money well, like for payment of electricity or water bills.
True, so that you don't worry that you have to, really, the bill, I have to pay the water bill. Oh, the power is cut now. But the main reason why I put forward that why is it that you need to budget your money? You have to remember you have a goal to achieve. You have your plan. You have the big plan and you have set your plans into the goal. Everything that we talk about today, it will relate back again to our first topic, planning and setting your goal. Remember that at the back of your mind, whenever you are doing or spending your money, thank you, Marida, so that the needs are addressed before the ones which are not really necessary. Good. And you have to remember that this is the reason why you need to have a budget, because you have a goal to achieve. Okay, it will continue to redirect you back to your goal. Okay, I want to start a business. I really enjoyed Ignite4Change Fiji for getting this training in. I want to start a business. That's your goal. By when you know the term. Okay, what will I do now? I will start to look at my finance. I will need to budget. I need to sacrifice. I need to do all this so that I can achieve my goal, which is part of my big plan. Okay, so that's why you need to stick to a budget and you need to ensure the budget helps you to discipline yourself. Okay, it's a form of discipline with your finance, so that you don't, go outside of it and then eventually you are tight there. You can't achieve your goal. That's the whole purpose of the budget. Okay. All right. So, okay. So I'll go back to our PowerPoint. One moment. Okay. Okay. So we'll move on to spending. Now, when you spend, we are spending on needs, on wants. I've showed you that in the budget. Now, the ones we know that it's a luxury, it's enjoyable. But you have to be mindful that it can be the one thing that will always attract your attention and take you away. It will distract you from focusing on your goal. You have to be careful of the wants. Okay, so I must make you understand that the wants is a lifestyle choice. Okay, achieving your wants is a lifestyle. So what is your lifestyle right now? Ask yourself right now, what kind of lifestyle do you have? Okay, do you have a lifestyle? Do you even have a lifestyle right now? No? Okay, I'll just, I'll give you an example. I always admire, I admire how some of our students, and I share this when I go to the schools. I always tell them, man, you children got really nice things. You know, our children, they like to be in fashion. They want to wear the cool stuff, the things they see on TV, the things they see their friends all in style with. They like those things. But unfortunately for our children, it's us, the parents, that we are paying for those things. And that's when I say that's our lifestyle. So when I talk to the students, I tell them, you know, you students, you have to be careful of your lifestyle because it can really draw you. And then eventually all your spending money that mommy and daddy giving you, you are not able to save. You're not able to save your money to buy that nice phone at the end of the year, or go for a holiday with your friends, or travel overseas, or just have some spending money. You're unable to achieve that because, one, you have to keep up with your lifestyle. That's the truth. You have to pay for your lifestyle. Now, why I'm talking about lifestyle? Because you can't achieve your saving and have a lifestyle. You know, where you have to give up one. That's what I always emphasize. Maybe some of us, we can afford both, but the truth is, if you're going to continue with a very luxury, like a luxury lifestyle, you have to sacrifice your saving to continue with your lifestyle. So which one would you prefer? Would you prefer that you tone down a bit on your lifestyle so that you can achieve your saving, which will achieve other things for you? Those are some questions we have to start asking ourselves. Okay, so I want to talk about this one, emotions and money. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Do you know that your emotions influence your money?
Most definitely.
Yes. Do you know that emotions influence your money? And emotions, they influence each other, especially for us women. I don't know about the men, and maybe Moji and Mervin can tell us if this affects them as well. But if they say it doesn't, I'm sure they lie, because we all feel something, we all have emotions. So, oh, okay, Rupanj was, okay, she was waiting to enter. Okay. Rupanshi, have you joined us? All right. So emotions and money, they influence each other. Now, how does it impact your finance? You know, your feelings. The emotions are feelings. When we feel sad, we feel happy, anything we feel, it's those are called our emotions. When we feel angry or frustrated, those can influence your decision on your money. And these are some things that I'd like to highlight with us. Your emotions can sometimes lead you to poor decision. You have to be careful of your emotions, okay? It can take away the plan. You know, you have your goal, your plan. As soon as your emotion come in, you know, it starts to make the decision for you. Your plan is gone. That's it. You will be telling yourself, oh, my short-term goal or my goal for next year to achieve my business. Okay, 1 month, and then I'll see. That's what's going to happen, okay? And it makes you feel powerless. Your emotion makes you feel powerless. Yes, thank you, Gordon and sorry, Frank and I said. Thank you. Now I want you to share with me when has this message that I'm talking about, or emotions and money. Can you share a time when it happened to you? Just share your story. We have time. I'd like to hear from you. Anyone willing to share?
It's just something that came in when the government assistance came up with 360. Everybody was in a good mood, even though the pandemic was there. So I think all the supermarkets and all the black markets could feel that there was an increase in sale for alcohol. So that would be a story that came into mind about these emotions.
Good, and it's current. It's a current situation, eh? Something that just happened most recently. That's very good. Okay. So yes, they were all in high spirits, and everybody ran to go and do all their shopping and all of that. Eh? So there were those that went and bought for their family need. Some went and paid their bills. Wonderful. Okay. And there were those that just wanted to have a good time, and they forgot about the bills and the family need. They went and enjoyed themselves first. See the difference there? In their budget, they went straight to the lifestyle. They didn't even bother about their, put something aside, because this money, this 360 is only for 3 months. And then we don't know when we'll get it again, maybe November. They didn't forecast it that way. Eh? Yes, Shristika, you have a question?
No, ma'am, I have experience of this emotion and money.
Yes.
Like 3 years before, I sent my husband to PNG so that he can earn more wages than in Fiji. He went there. In half a year, he earned. The company paid him 30,000, but in installments. But due to family emotions, the money was used up instead of being paid.
It was used for?
Majority time I had to pay for the rent for half of the family members. Like apart from my share, I had to pay for other share. So the family emotion that came felt pity on them, gave them clothes and everything for their luxury, and ended up ruined my relationship. Yeah.
Yes. That's what's going to happen. Eh? When people know that you have that you're earning, they're going to come and test the waters. They're going to come and ask, oh, can you please help with this and that? Or they're going to do that. And you, because you know that you are vulnerable, maybe I can use that word, you're vulnerable. You don't realize that you're vulnerable and you want to help. Your heart is in the right place. You want to help, but then I have to, I know it's bad. And because of our culture, our culture in the Pacific, this is including the Indians, the Chinese. When you live in the Pacific, you have adopted the Pacific culture, unfortunately for you. We are very giving people. We believe in the community setting, communal living with our families, our relatives. We believe in helping each other. But sometimes the emotions, they come and they overtake you. And when you make a decision, you put everything, all your plan, you pack it like it's not priority, and you put their priority to be your priority. At the end of the day, who is going to come and fulfill your priority? That's the question you have to ask. Okay, it's a very hard question. Maybe it's quite offensive. Please forgive me, but I like to enlighten the truth here. With us and our personal income, I want you to understand that you need to make the tough decision. Sometimes you just have to say, what's the word? Say what?
No.
Yes, you have to say no. How many of you can honestly say today that you can say no?
I do.
I can say no all the time.
Okay, good, good. Anybody else? Let's ask Mervin. Mervin, can you say no?
Yeah, I can say no.
Okay, Don Pickering, can you say no?
Yes, I can say no.
Okay, good. What about Moji? I want to hear Moji. Can you say no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's a like a Moji. Good try. I'm that's why I'm apologizing ahead. I'd like to, because I've been in trainings where people have found it quite a shock that you can say no. And I look at the expression on their faces, and that's when I explained to them. I said, it's when you have to learn the hard way. Like Shristi rightfully said, Shristika, when I had to give this, that, and then I learned the hard way. It's when you've had to learn the hard way, and then you can say no. But why go to that? Why let yourself go to the, to feel the pain to say no? You have to learn to say no from the beginning. See, Sandra and the chick of Frank. Frank, you can relate to this. We have to feel the pain and then we'll say no. Okay, so the truth is, it's hard. It's hard to say no in the beginning because we are human beings, we feel things. But if you look at it properly, if you're serious about achieving your goal, you're serious about, making something of yourself, if you're serious about your 2 hours here today, sitting in and just listening to this training, you will understand the importance of controlling your emotions. You will understand how it has impacted you in the past, and you should understand how you can now, going forward, how to control it. Okay, are you all ready? I'll give you the remedy for it. Okay, so here we go. Yes.
From my past, I have improved a lot on my emotions.
Sorry, I can't hear you properly. Your speaker, is it closed?
Yes, ma'am, it's me. Like I was saying, from my past, I have improved a lot with my emotions. In saying
Wonderful.
no.
Yes, it's a process. It's a process that we have to understand how to overcome. Okay, now going forward, I just want to give our ideas on how you can, control it better going forward, because trust me, starting your business and earning and growing for yourself and your family, this is still going to come. It has happened in the past, but I can guarantee you in the future, with where you're heading, you want to go up, that is still there, it exists, but this is how you're going to combat it. Okay, so some preventative measures. If you look at the PowerPoint, can you all see the PowerPoint? Some ways you can prevent it.
Yes.
Oh, thanks. Okay, Vinaka, this is some ways you can prevent your emotions overtaking your decision with your money or letting them influence each other. First, set limits for yourself. Okay, how much you're planning to spend. Okay, second, limit access to funds, meaning that when you started doing your little saving, you don't put your saving at home. Don't put it in the drawer or hide it under the mattress. No, don't do that. Take your saving, put it in a bank account. Okay, don't have a card for that saving account, so you don't touch it. And you know why I'm encouraging not to have a card? For those of you that have strong willpower, okay, you can keep the card. There's some uses to it, like you can go and do your deposit in the ATM. But the underlying reason why I'm saying don't take a card, because we've got ATMs everywhere. The POS machines are in all the shops. As soon as you walk in, Jack's having a sale. What's going to happen when you have the card? Yes, Frank.
Swipe.
Yes.
We start swiping.
Yes. I just saw Frank demonstrate the swiping. Yes, you will throw it out there and start making sure you use it because it's readily available to you. That's the reality. When we say limit access to funds, take only a certain amount with you when you go to town, only the amount you need, because you will only spend to that amount. You don't have any more than that. Is it true? Yes. And okay. And there are options for you, like, write a shopping list, note down what you need to pay for, and you just stick to that list. Okay. All right. The third point is have a cooling off period. Always have a cooling off period. You know, when you tell yourself this period, no unnecessary spending. I need to control and manage my money, and you will build more on your saving. Okay. The best period for us was the lockdown. Most of us weren't able to travel. You know, we couldn't go and visit family. There was really not much gathering that was happening. So that was an ideal time for most of us to just, you know, save our money. Did we do that or we didn't? Okay, so we learn, we learn along the way. Okay, so you need to have a cooling off period, a period of time when you tell yourself, let's do away from going to town. Some of us, we like to go and have lunch in town with our friends, our family. We take all our children, we go and have a day out. Some things like that you can change, just to help you to draw back on the emotional spending. The fourth point is for you to get opinions from friends and family. When you get opinions from them, they can help you to make a decision in saying no. Like Shristika was mentioning, I had to pay for some of my family's luxuries. Yes. So when you understand, you know, when you ask maybe your spouse, is this a good decision? You know, how can we better manage this? Some of these things you can ask. For students like Rupanshi, you can actually inquire with your parents. Do you think I should do this? Because they'll be able to give you a better way of saying no. Like, okay, you can you know, you can tell them not this time, maybe next time. Those are some options for you. Get opinions from friends and family before you make a decision, so that they can help you to understand why you can say no, so that you can prevent the emotional spending. The last one is just defer your decision. Just defer it. You know, it's not part of your budget for this week or for this month. Tell yourself, next time when I have the money for this luxury, then I can pay. Okay, deferring a decision is very easy. Just tell yourself, no, I don't have it now, maybe next time, maybe next week. Okay, and then come next week, you promise yourself, you set your budget for accordingly. All right. So we're probably asking, what's the point of spending? What's the point of earning if I can't spend? Have some money management strategy. The strategy is simple. You just plan yourself how you're going to spend your money. Use some of these options like defer your spending. I already mentioned that. Not now, next time. Weigh your option. Is it a need or a want? You question your spending. Is this a need or a want? If I'm going to town and I see that Jack's is having a sale, and I just want to go and look, ask yourself, Willie, this school bag is going for $15 now. It used to be $30. But was it a need for you or just a want, just because it's on sale? So you question it like that. Don't just buy it because, oh, it's on sale. No, you have to ask yourself, is it a need or a want? Then it'll make you understand if I should pay or not. Okay. Understanding the value of your money. This is another way you can plan your you know, that is called strategy. Understanding the value of your money. Am I spending to the value or am I spending less? So what we mean by this is, you know, always try and make sure that whatever you pay for, you stretch your dollar. I always like to stretch my dollar and see how much I can get out of it, so that I'm not overpaying for something. That's called understanding the value of your money. Okay. And remember the leak. The last strategy I have there is leak factor. That's a once. Remember, every time you're spending on your wants, it's a leak in your pocket. That's the truth. Leak in your pocket. Okay. The once is a slow spending that actually accumulates, and you'll be surprised to see how much it can accumulate to. I have a whiteboard behind me, and after this, I'm going to demonstrate that. Okay. So to defer your spending, what I usually encourage here is, you know, create new ways of deferring your spending. Tell yourself next time, don't take your card with you when you go to town, especially for the one for your budget. Look for old things in your house, declutter. If they still of value, you can sell it, and then the money you get, then you can spend it on the thing that you've been wanting. Okay, those are some strategies. Yeah, new for old philosophy. Here, when you are asking yourself, is this a need or a want? If you're going to buy something, ask this question: what are the consequences if I buy this? You know, what are the consequences? Is there any consequence? Will I not have enough money for the remainder of the week or the remainder of the month? What if something comes up? Who else will be impacted if I spend on this item, or if I give into my emotional spending? Yes, sir, my children, my family, my parents, my bus fare to go to school. Those kind of things you have to ask. How else will I be impacted? Okay, and where else could I better spend this money? Maybe I can put it aside for my goal, that thing that I've been wanting to achieve. I've been wanting to, you know, go to the hotels when it opens, because the rates are really cheap right now. Or I want to start my business. I really want to operate something that will generate income for me. Okay, so that's what you need to start asking. Where else could this be better spent? Okay. Now, understanding the value of your money, this is some options for you. Bargain hunt. Always look for a good bargain. Okay. Bulk shopping. Okay. Bulk buying is I usually encourage bulk buying only for the items that you use regularly. Okay. If it's something that's used regularly and it's on sale, then you can bulk buy. You can buy more than the quantity you buy weekly, so that you can cover for 2 weeks maybe. So come the next week, you don't have to fork out money to buy the same item. That's an option for us. Yeah? Bulk buying is good during the periods like the Diwali sale that's coming up, and we know that milk price has gone up. So come Diwali, the price of milk will be a bit cheaper, maybe to encourage more sale. So that's when you can target going to buy a bit more than the usual weekly ration, so that you can then control it and say, okay, this is the amount for this week, this amount for next week, this amount for the, so it maybe can cover 2 weeks or 1 month. So that's bulk buying. You're buying at a cheaper cost and you buy more, but like I said, you buy the things that you use regularly, okay, in bulk buying, so that it can save you on cost. One thing I would encourage people to buy bulk that can save you on cost, and you know that you use regularly, is toilet paper. Toilet paper is something that you can buy in bulk, that you can keep, and it saves on cost. Here at Westpac, we always call the suppliers, and we always get the list, and we always buy the deals from them. But we only choose the ones that are regular used at home. When they have the special on chicken, then we buy maybe 2 or 3 packs. Then the one we usually buy weekly, so that we can cover for this week, maybe next week, like that. So that we can save on cost. The point of bulk buying is saving on cost. And like I said already, you shop during the sales, ask for discount. If you're a new customer somewhere, you can, it doesn't hurt. You just ask, can I get a discount on this? If they say yes, or you've got a good deal. But if they say no discount, shop around. You can find where you can get a discount, okay? That's when negotiating for discounted prices for cash. Sometimes when you go and buy in cash, you can buy 1 or 2 items. You can ask them, okay, can you discount it for 2 items? So those are things that you can communicate to the people you're buying from, the shops you're buying from. For those of you that's going to start a business, you can use this negotiating skill. You need to have this skill to negotiate, so that you can save on cost. Okay, avoid irrelevant purchase. Another way to understand the value of your money, just avoid the irrelevant purchase. The irrelevant purchase can be, spending on your wants. Sometimes spending on the snacks. Just buy bulk of it, and you know that you can go without it. Anybody wants to share what is an irrelevant purchase to them? They've experienced. Anyone? Hold on, let me just check the chat. Okay, good, thank you. Thank you for your comments. Yes, swipe taka. Okay. Okay. So these are some ideas that I wanted to share with us. Okay, that may be helpful to all of us. And understand that everything you buy has a depreciation. For example, buying a mobile, you know that the new model came out this month. Oh, I need to buy that mobile because I have to upgrade. Some of us, we like that. Oh, I really have to have it because my friend got it too. See, that's impulse buying. But what you must understand is maybe during Christmas, that same mobile that's new in October will be on sale in Christmas. Okay, so the value drops. The depreciation value is there. Okay, and then maybe you can wait until Christmas and you buy it and you get some discount there. Okay, good. Yes, Rupanchi. Struggling with impulse buying, you just have to be really careful. And the best way to overcome it is for you to apply all this little discipline. Just step back and evaluate yourself and say, can I go without it? Okay, I've had a lot of moments like that for me. I've had a lot of moments, I won't lie, but I learned from it. For example, my son, he has classes now because we're all at home, they're all at home. And suddenly he's, I have that idea because I see the special with the tablets and I'm thinking, oh, I just buy one for him. And then later on I said, man, why should I buy one for him? He's just 5 years old in kindergarten and already to own his own phone. I didn't even earn my own phone until I was working. Oh, forget it. Forget it. That's impulse buying, because we think that it's a special. Oh, but no, he can go without it. He's 5 years old. I'm not going to buy him a phone because can you imagine if I buy him a phone now, he might ask for a laptop. Oh no, then that's just going to be another headache for me. Okay, so I thought, no, those are some things we have to question, and we can apply this learning on it just to help us to discipline. Okay, discipline ourselves with spending on emotions. Okay, understanding the value of money. Okay, so I want to share about, this is just some tips, you can note it down. Plan your family meals for the week. Plan your meal for the whole family for the week. Okay, you can write down from Monday, we're going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we all know this, okay? Sorry, if you don't mind, I'll just use the whiteboard, so I can demonstrate with me. Can you see? Can everybody see? Okay, so this is what you can do. Plan your meal for the week, You can write breakfast. Can you see that? You can write lunch. You can write dinner, Then you write it down. Then you have Monday. Can everybody see? Can you see that?
Yes, can see, yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So it's simple. You can just have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. So that's what you can do. You can say, you can create one chart. You can put it up at home. And then for breakfast, maybe we have porridge. So with me and my family, I'll say breakfast, porridge, 3 days a week. Okay. So my porridge days is probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then other things we can make in between. Because otherwise, if I feed them porridge every day, someone gonna start looking like a porridge in my house. So I have to, like plan it out like that so it's easy. Can you see that? So I have porridge for maybe Monday. Usually I like to make porridge on weekends because the whole family together. So those are some examples for you. Then lunch, maybe you can have it light, sandwich, so that it's easy. But you can plan this out. And then for dinner, then maybe we have dal. I love dal, and I'll make sure that my family will have a dal dinner every week. Those are things that we can plan out. So what it does, as soon as you're able to do your menu for the family for the week, it will help you to write your shopping list. See how they relate? It helps you to write your shopping list. So in the list, Okay, we can buy porridge. So, we can buy all our vegetables for the sandwich. We can buy a 2 kg and keep it for maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So 1 kg that for some of us we use less, some of us use more, depending on your meal plan for the week. And you can write your shopping list, what you need to go and buy. And some of you will notice that you have some things already in the garden that you don't have to buy. We all of us, we all have a little garden at home. We plant our tapioca, we plant our we can say maybe our mbele, our roro, or those kind of things. It helps you to meet your family meal plan. But it will really help you to stick within your budget. That's why we must have a meal plan. So another tip we want to offer is always try and eat before you leave home for shopping. Even if you experience this, why is it as a tip? Like I said, it's a tip. It's not that you have to follow it. Very easy. Oh, punchy all the time. Got it. So always try and have a meal at home. Like if you're going to go shopping early in the morning, have your breakfast and then you go. If you're going with other people, like sometimes we take 2 or 3 people to help us with carrying the shopping. Try and have your meal at home before you go, just to save on the cost. The reason is, forgive me for my lingo, but we are Pacific Islanders. Sometimes we love our food. We love it a lot. Chicken and chips, our children, Ooh, really, taking children again, and when we take them and then they cry for something, really, we don't want them to be embarrassing us, and later on we come home and discipline them. But first and foremost, we want to please them there, just to keep the calm. Okay, so when you write your shopping list, when you go shopping, well, just stick a McDonald's, Trusa. McDonald's, we just to teach our children we learn new skills as parents. We know how to guys. We know how to guys the McDonald's when they're talking to us with selective hearing. Okay. So when you've drawn up your shopping list and you go to the supermarket, you follow your list. When you walk into the supermarket, you'll have all the different special. This is special, that is special, and sometimes it can distract us from what we are there with. But I honestly have to admit, sometimes we will fail in following our shopping list, but maybe you'll do it because you want, you just want to treat yourself. That's okay. But I want you to understand, not every time you should be failing. You can fail once when you see something you really want for yourself, you can afford it, that's okay. But it shouldn't be a habit. It should not be a habit. Every time you go, you just, well, I just can't follow this list. You know what's going to happen? Eventually, you'll give up on the list. You're going to throw it because you just can't follow it. So you have to really understand the importance of you following that list, because you are going to stick within your budget. And on top of that, you will be able to follow exactly what you've set up, plan for your family. And why are you doing all of that? Why are you disciplining yourself to follow all of that? Simply because you still, like I said already, you still have to focus on your goal. Everything we do, at the back of our mind, remember you have a goal. You have a plan you want to achieve, and you have goals you've set for yourself. And don't forget, tomorrow is unpredictable for all of us. Our future, we don't know what's going to happen, but we must always be prepared. Should anything happen, should we not have any more work, should another lockdown again happen, now they've opened up everything, are we ready? Are we prepared? Do we have enough? Have we been bold enough to say no to all these luxuries? Okay, can we discipline our spending? Those are the things you have to question. Okay, another tip for us, look for the specials weekly. Look in the, all of us might have gadgets. We have social media. All these businesses have social media accounts now because they know on social media. They have all the specials going up. You can go and look at the special everywhere, and then you can put it next to your shopping list. Okay, it's cheaper to go and buy the milk from here. It's cheaper to buy the rice from here. Cheaper to buy the flour from here. And practice that. Eventually, as you continue to do that, it just becomes a norm for you. Okay? When you start now, you continue. All of a sudden, it becomes a norm. Okay? Why I say that we should continue these good habits, I believe, for those of us that are parents, I believe that our children, they're the best mimic of us. Yeah? So remember, whatever we do, they're watching. They're watching us, they're watching what we're doing, and they will follow. So don't be surprised that if you're like, I always tell some parents, don't get angry when they start to spend recklessly. They don't care, they don't worry about this and that, they do all of that, and then we're happy. Hey, stop that. You do this, do it like this. Be careful, or all these things we come up with. Why are you spending on that? Why are you going by that? We growl at them. But we must remember that at one time they were watching us. And I believe it. Okay, I've come across when they charge items not in our shopping cart, or when they charge more than the display price, or tender wrong. Very good. It happen. And that's why I always believe when you do your shopping, you should put your receipt. Yeah? Here. I believe that I can keep my receipt. Yeah? Keep my receipts. And when I walk out, I always check the items on my receipt. I don't check it and then. Sometimes I do, sometimes I take it home and then I sit down and I check it to see that it was the right price that was charged. So maybe should charge, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I think it was a network issue. Always check your receipts later. When we buy stuff consistently, weekly, we do our shopping, we know the price of items. And when they have a special, we even sharper. We know when it's on special. We know the price. Okay. So those are some good habits to get. Growing own vegetables saves you money. A lot of us during the lockdown last year and this year, a lot of people resorted to farming. But you know why they were farming? Because we had time. We were very blessed to have being given the time, so that we can work on our farming skills at home, grow our own vegetables. And most of us now, we are just eating from our own little garden at home, but it saves you money. The point is, it's going to save you money. Okay. Good, Shristika, that's good. I always keep an eye of the cashier screen. If they charge more, I question them same time. Good, true, because sometimes the cashier, the system, I've come across this a few times when I went and shopped at Max Value. The system wasn't updated. The specials were out in the media, but the system wasn't updated with the new price. So what I always do is I always ask them, Chichi, can you just check the price, because it's a different price on special. And then they didn't realize, they're like, okay, then they go, they check, and then they're able to notify their manager or their manager to the HQ to do the updating. But very good. You can check like that as well, because one thing you have to remember, that's a human being doing the processing at the counter. They're not a machine. We are bound to make mistakes. Good, very good. Okay, so that's on more tips. The leak factor, this is the small scale spending. If you look at the small scale spending, recharge, newspaper every day, transport. Okay, these are some examples. Maybe for some of us, it's Yangona or smokes or Suki. I heard that eating now is Suki. Okay, so I wanted to do a calculation. Okay. The calculation that I wanted to do is, okay, if we're spending here on the small scale spending, can you see the PowerPoint slide? Hold on.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so what we're doing is we're showing you a PowerPoint slide on the calculation. Say $2 a day. If you spend it regularly, $2, by the end of that week, it will accumulate to $14. By the end of the year, it becomes $730. Okay, you could be spending $2 maybe on, who knows, maybe on recharge. Yeah, those are the small scale spending. So if you fall within the $10 category, let's just say daily you buy recharge or you buy smoke or yangona or snacks or these things that are called wants. Okay, if you are someone that spend $10 a day, by the end of the week, unconsciously to you it's just $10. Okay, but by the end of the week it becomes $70. At the end of the year, it's 3,640. At the end of 5 years, 18,200. Can you see the amount? Yes. So if you and I are spending $20 a day, you know, unconsciously, we don't realize that we're spending this amount of money. It'll be 140 at the end of the week, 7,280 by the end of the year, 36,400 by the end of 5 years. They add up. The point is, this table is showing you it adds up. Okay, even as small as $2 becomes $14, 730 by 1 year. What can you use 730 on? If you were to change it around and save it. Anybody?
Invest it back into your business.
Invest it back into your business. Yes. Good. Merta money investment. Yes. See, you are all business people sitting here. And you understand what you can use this kind of money on. And imagine after 3,600, sorry, after 5 years, it's 3,650. So you remember what I said about, you know, your budget, when you deduct a little bit of amount, 5 or 10% of your earning, you can put it for unplanned, you can set up another one for the plan, for the goal. So imagine if you just put $2 aside for your medium-term goal, you would have 3,650 by then in 5 years. Okay, that's just an idea, but it's up to you. You can draw your own table and you can calculate how much you want to achieve for yourself. Eh? Yes, Shristi, you have a question?
Ma'am, as I'm currently running a business and the majority, almost all my items has a profit on it. So taking the cost out, can I like save on the profit, like the 10% from the profit and then save, put that in saving? Can that be a technique?
I'm sorry, Shristi, I heard a bit of what you said, but I can't make out the other things you were saying. Your speech is a bit blurred. What was your question?
My question is like, I have about more than 15 items that I'm currently selling. And then all the items.
More than 15 items you're currently selling?
Right. And all my items have a profit on it, like more than $1 profit.
Okay.
And then from the profit, can we put take out our amount for the saving as a like? Can we use that as a technique?
Can you? Okay, I heard about the saving. Can you use it on what?
Like for the profit, to calculate a certain percentage from the profit as a saving. Like I sold the item at $10.
Yes. That's correct. You can calculate it as such as well. How much you want to put aside from there. And when you do that, it'll help you to understand what is left over and what you need to use it for. You can do that, yes. We'll touch on that tomorrow when it comes to our calculations, for the business training. Yes, is that all right?
Yes, madam.
Okay, great. So this table that I'm showing you, which is cutting down on your wants, if you turn the table around and you make it your saving, it can actually build up to the same amount. So that's what it is. Okay, so Okay, hold on. Now on saving, we want you to understand why it is important. Okay, and if it's okay to spend your saving, you spend your saving on things that are, you know, like what you can say if it's an emergency. But what we're trying to tell you here, it's important because it's for your goal. You are going to achieve that big plan with all the goals you've set to achieve it. You understand the first topic that we touched on? Why should you have saving? One, to cater for the unexpected, the rainy days, the days when you are tight with money and something happens and you really need it. Your saving will come in. You don't have to run to borrow money from anybody, from family or from a money lender or anything like that. It will not impact you to go that far. When you have your saving, it will help you to understand how comfortable. It takes away a lot of things like the stress and all of that. Because if you're not prepared for the unexpected, it can really affect you, your health as well. It can really affect your health. And some of us have experienced that in the past, and we've learned from it. Okay. So aim to save an average of 5 to 10% of your income, and separate your saving from your spending. Don't keep them together, because if you keep them together, you're going to spend it anyway. And when you do put money aside for your saving, it becomes you are paying you first. Teach yourself to always pay you first. That is putting saving aside, okay? And do not touch the saving unless it's absolutely necessary. When it's an emergency, something like that, something unforecasted, something that suddenly happened. Meeting someone else's birthday plan is not emergency, okay? Because they're asking you to pay for it. No, it's not an emergency. It's not your emergency, okay? So it was not part of your plan. And remember that when you have savings, it gives you a sense of independence. Did you know that? When you have money in your pocket, you know that you have money for yourself. It gives you a sense of stability, okay? And that is called independence. We think that bad luck won't happen to us. It can happen to anybody, okay? And when it does, your savings will help you, okay? When I say bad luck, can be anything. Can be house fire, can be job loss, can be accidents, whatever is unexpected that can really grip your life and change, or make a lot of changes in your life. So if I was to share just a few seconds on what this meant for me, in August I lost my mom. She was only 67, and we celebrated her birthday in May, and we never expected her to go so early. And at the time, during the lockdown, so it was something that was sudden, and I was very happy to see that this learning that I was teaching, not only just teaching people, but I learned from it as well. And I was really glad to see that all of it came to play. When it came to doing my mom's funeral, the budgeting, it was really easy for me just to sit down and put what is priority just by following it. And I understood that having those little savings put aside carried massive weight when it came to paying for things for my mom's funeral. None of us, my siblings and I, nobody had to borrow money to have my mom to conduct the final obligation for my mom before we buried her. And it was comforting. We really didn't have to, we really didn't even have to have a ring for my mom's funeral. We didn't even have to depend on other contributions. If it came, it came, but whatever we had was more than sufficient to have the funeral rites done and all of that. And it was comforting. But that's what I mean when I say your savings will come in and it will help you, okay? Even after that, my dad was feeling lost. It was comforting to just take him out for a day and just go shopping so that he can take his the thoughts and the stress away, and just to ask him whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go, and to please him in that sense. And it was done through the means of being able to afford. You know, it all came back again to finance. If we could only do that for him for a while, if we had the means. So those are some things that I want us to understand. It won't happen to us, like we think it won't happen to us. No, none of us are immune. None of us are immune to bad luck, and it can happen to anybody. I want to talk about borrowing and loans. It is important that you understand how to use loans. If you're going to borrow it, you borrow for the right reason, okay? But be careful. If you are someone that like to borrow consistently in small amounts, you are compromising your effort to save in small amounts as well, okay? Because eventually it becomes a habit, okay? Your borrowing style becomes a habit. You know that you can always depend on just borrowing and paying it back. It can happen. I have family members who are like that. And like I said, we're all human, we all learn and we all make mistakes. But I have family members who are like that. They like to use the borrowing concept. They just borrow, pay, borrow, pay. Eventually, when things get hard for them, like that, like the current situation we're in, job loss and all of that, they are unable to cope, okay? Because they were used to that system. They never predicted that something impact them. So those are something that you have to remember when it comes to borrowing. Be careful. You can borrow. Borrowing is good when it's useful and it's going to help you, but not when it's becoming a habit. Okay, the small scale borrowing, and you're unable to save. Okay, so some types of borrowing we're more familiar with: high purchase, credit cards, bank loan, small money lenders. Just a tip for all of us: the longer the payment, okay, the longer the term of repayment, the higher the interest you will incur. Did you know that? That if you say, yeah, I'll pay in 3 years, you're paying more interest, okay? The shorter the period, the shorter the term of payment, you will be paying more. Every now and then your payment is more, but your total payment is closest to the purchase price, the cash price. Okay, that's what it does. So that's on borrowing. Hold on. Remember, if you borrow for the wrong reason, you can face hardships in life. So be careful about that. Different ways to pay for things in the bank. Okay, you can pay using your ATM card. Okay, you can use your ATM card. You can pay using cash. We can do direct debit for you, where you can come in and we make the payment on your behalf. You will sign a form to tell us, to authorize us to make the payment. Some customers come in, they want us to make direct deduction for their courts payment. We do that for them. And credit cards. Credit card is a loan. If you're going to get a credit card and use it, remember you are paying interest as you pay off the amount that you've used. Okay, these are some services that are provided by banks. And if you are not on this platform, I encourage you to use it. When we introduce these services, a lot of people weren't really bothered. In Fiji, you know, the culture with us, we prefer to line up. We like to go and pay cash on hand like that. So these services here, when the lockdown happened from last year, we saw a flood of people signing up. Yes, someone wanting to say something? Okay, Moji, did you want to say something? Okay. So we saw a flood of people signing up for these services because they weren't able to come. And if they did come to the bank, they were lining in that long queue. So that's some of the things that we encourage people to sign up to. If you have a bank account, go to your bank, sign up for these services. One, it takes away the cost for you to pay bus fare to go here and make your payment. Two, you can actually access your bank account from your device, okay? And it's instant. You just make a payment. It's easier. A lot of things is done virtually now. You know, we're having a training session even virtually. So it says to us that these things are possible. And if it can save you money, why not use it? Okay. We think we have a lot of time. Please don't forget, time is of the essence. You don't wait until tomorrow to start your saving, to plan for your goal, to achieve it. Start now. This is the time to start. Okay. We always say, start to save early, otherwise you risk throwing away a good portion of your work life. Okay. Okay. Moji. Hello. Moji. We can hear you. Okay. All right. About to mute you. Okay. Did you want to ask a question? Okay, so here, if you look at this table that I'm showing us, it's talking about our life. And come 60 years plus, those are retirement age, we want to be dancing like that. We don't want to be... Okay. All okay, yeah? Okay, it's muted. All right. So there you go. Just a tip, start to save now. Don't wait until later. So just to summarize our session for us, don't spend more than you earn. Simple. Learn to live within your means. Whatever you're earning now, you can live within it. And how best to do that? Okay, how best to do that? You have to use a budget. Control your spending, apply some of the disciplines that we were sharing today. Use that. It will help you, okay? Live simple. Live a simple lifestyle. There is no harm in having a simple lifestyle. There's no shame in it as well. The more you can save, the better for you and for your plan and for your achieving your goals. When you set a budget, set a realistic and achievable budget, okay? Set a realistic and achievable budget. Don't just set a budget for the sake of drawing something on the paper and it doesn't work. Do a budget or draw up a budget that you know that will suit you, that will work for you, and stick to it, okay? And sacrifice. You know, a small sacrifice can help you fulfill your dreams, your big goals. It can, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start now, okay? And never, ever think that you can't achieve it. It has to start somewhere. The person who cares a lot about achieving their goal will make that step or take that step to start the sacrifice. Okay. So how can you see your saving? I encourage you, set your table or your goal and calculate how much you want to start putting aside, how much you think you need to achieve that goal, and you work yourself backwards. I want to achieve my goal in 3 years. I want to start my shop in, say, Lotoka. Okay. So you calculate by 3 years time, how much do I need to actually start my shop? Maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000, and then you calculate it back. Okay. So that's 1 year is 52 weeks, 52 times 3, how many? And then that many numbers, divide by what? 5,000 or 10,000, yeah? 5,000, 10,000 divided by the number of weeks. And you can see how much you need to put aside every week. So that come 3 years, you will achieve that total amount. Yeah, that's how you can work it out. Yes. So there we go. That's most of the, no problem, Mary. I hope that you didn't miss out on anything. Okay, so that's, would you mind turning on your cameras so we can see that we are all here? Broderick, how do we turn on all the cameras? You want to hand it over to you again now, Broderick? Mervin. Okay, hold on. Hey, everyone. Okay, do we have any questions from the group?
Sorry, I don't have any question. I have to turn off my camera. I'm running low on battery. We've got a power cut in Lotoka since this morning.
Okay. Okay, sure, not a problem. Okay, so if you have any question, this is your time to ask, or if you have any sharing, if there's anything you'd like to share from today's learning, I would like to take this time for all of us to start our sharing. You can unmute your mics if you want to talk and share.
Thank you for today, Mary and Tulowa. My takeaway for today is to have a budget planner, and you explain it really well. Like for me, I go doing our shopping, then never left, then I'll save it, or I put it aside. But this is very helpful how you put it in steps and prioritize what needs to come first. And need to change everything around and have step one, and not step 1 as step 6 or 7.
As long as you understand what is priority, Vinaka, what we're encouraging in that budget is for all of us to try and pay for our saving first. The first thing we do is we pay for our savings. That will set us up to achieve our goals. When you do that, when you start off with paying for your savings first. Another thing I'd like to highlight with us is, we should not depend on only one income. Okay. Say, for example, for those of you that work in the tourism industry, everything is opening up soon. Very soon you'll be called back to work. You'll be going back to work. But you've started something now. You've started your business. It shouldn't stop just because you have to go back to work. Okay. So we should not depend on only one income. If you can create another income like your business, I'm a testament of not having only one income. I work. I don't just depend on my husband. So I have a job too, so that I can help with the family expenses and everything that we need at home. So those are some ideas behind it that you should try and capture and try and continue with that. I would encourage you, whatever project you're starting now, should you go back to full employment, don't park it. Use it as a means to earn a second income, and maybe use it to build your savings more and achieve those other goals, like maybe buying your property or investing in your children's future, or just simply setting up an investment plan for your retirement. Those are some options for you. Yeah. Anybody else would like to share their experience or something we can all learn from this training today, Financial First Step? Nakadon?
So what I really enjoyed today, which was like many things, but the thing that really stuck out for me, what you said in the beginning about carrying a little notebook and everything that you purchase, write it down. So I used to do that when I was younger, much younger. And you're right, it's a real surprise at the end of the day or at the end of the week when you look at the little things, like a coffee, a $5 coffee, and it all adds up at the end. So now that I'm on a stricter budget because I don't have income coming in consistently, I really need to start doing that again. And even the small tips, you know, like before you go shopping, have something to eat, because I'm a, you know, when I go down the chip aisle and I put something in my cart and it's just unnecessary spending. So I need to, I liked all the things that you shared today. It was really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. And for all of us, it's reality. It's part of what we do. So that's why we tailored our training to suit us here in our Pacific region, so that it can mean something to us when you are participating, you are here listening, that you can relate to it. That's why it's important for us to put it in that context. And I'm glad to hear that you understand. And also, I'm even more happier to hear that you know that it works. The writing, you know, when you note down your spending diary. So in that sense, like we already spoke about during the training, collect your receipt. Always collect your receipt. Some of us, as soon as we purchase, we always forget that we have the receipt and then we discard it. Collect it, have a look at it. It can teach you so much just going through what you've spent money on. You'll be surprised at your lifestyle, what you've spent money on, and you'll be even more surprised to see what you can change from that. Any questions from the team? No questions. I had a question here from Marisi. Which bank is the best for savings that doesn't deduct a lot? My answer to you, Marisi, that's a very good question. My answer to you is you need to go and do your shopping. Like you need to shop around for all the rates everywhere. That's a very good question where it doesn't deduct a lot. The best thing you can do for yourself, you go to all the different banks and you ask them for their customer fees and charges. They will give it to you, and it will have all the new account products that we offer with all the fees and charges in it. And it will, and when you look at all the different kinds of account and the different fees and charges, from there, you'll be able to determine, you can actually see which one suits your interest. Like, you know, it suits it's tasteful to you. That's what I mean. That's how you'll be able to determine where you want to open your bank account. If you notice that when we run this training, I don't promote any product from our bank, because this training is not for them. It's simply for us to talk about how we can better manage our money. When questions like this come up, I will direct you as a financial advisor. I will direct you to do your shopping. You can go on their sites. You can find out what are the fees. Some fees and charges are on the sites for the banks. You can go there and you can actually look at it, and then you see which one is appealing to you. Oh, this suits me because I want to save. Or you can say, oh no, I don't think I need to be charged for withdrawing just from my saving. I need an account where I can operate. See? Only if you do the necessary finding, like going searching for it, then you can really determine which one will best suit your choice of operating on the account. That's a good question. Any other questions?
I have one question. If you, like for those of us with a small business that are just starting out, do you recommend we have a separate small business account or to manage our finances that way? Or is it easier to just, I mean, because we're starting out, is it easier just to use our own personal account?
Okay, good. That's a good question, Don. Thank you for raising that. Now, if you're starting out, you're just starting, we'll be realistic. You need to build up a little bit of your finance, and then you can actually build from there. So in the question of just starting, I will not expect someone who is just beginning and operating from home to be able to afford having a business bank account. But I would encourage you to work towards opening a business bank account in the near future. Okay, so that should be one of your goals. One of your goals is to save enough of your income, so that you need to go and open a business bank account. And the reason why you need to open a separate business bank account, because you need to have your business transactions clearly stated in an account that's under the business name. It's going to help your recording in the future when you need to, maybe you need to do your tax return for your business, just to have the supporting statement to put it in, and it's easier when you see the bank name is under your business name, and you are submitting together with your form. Otherwise, when it's under your personal name, all your personal thing going in there with all your business mixed together, unless you open a separate saving account just for your business, and only the business money go in there from under your personal name, that's a bit easier. But then you never know it. But I would recommend that you open you can start your saving or you're building up with your finance in your personal account, but work towards opening your own business account. In the long run, it will actually, for me, it formalizes everything. It really formalizes your business. It really sets the foundation of your business being legitimate, being recognized. When you go to government and you want to apply for the grant, everything will be easy. When you want to take on a job from one of the corporate businesses, when you want to do jobs for them, when they have to pay you, it just makes life so easy for you. When they write you one check and it's already under your business name, you have a business account, you put it in there, your recording and everything is just captured and it's already there. So all you have to do is just pull it out, put it with all your other documents that you need for other things you want to grow your business to, and it's just that it formalizes it. That's it. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Dawn?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else has any question? Maybe from Mervin. Mervin, do you have any question you'd like to raise on behalf of the group? Mervin? Is Mervin still with us? Okay, so hold on. I'm not sure if he's still with us. Mervin, are you with us? Okay. So when you get your booklet, then you can have a read, look through it. We have a booklet too for the business basic, and that we will cover tomorrow. So I want to thank each and every one of you for your patience and for your interest and being such great participants, even with the challenge that we are facing right now, having to conduct trainings virtually. It's new for us as trainers, and we're trying to find ways where we can better deliver to you. We hope that we've met your expectation. We apologize if we have not met anyone's expectation, and we want to wish you all the very best. Please remember, financial literacy training for your personal income, the one we covered today, it's not a one-time training. The learning is every day we learn. So we have trainings in the future. You want to participate in it, feel free, because something we didn't pick up today, we'll pick it up maybe in the next session, and we can always look for ways to improve. Here, thank you, Nanise, Thank you for participating. Nice here. Thank you, Marisi. I see that you say that she's very informative for you, and we're happy that we're able to deliver this session to all of us. Eh? So I just want to take this time to thank Ignite4Change Fiji for making this reality happen to, for all of us. Thank you for your hard work, and we look forward to the next 2 days to cover the business training. And and if you have questions, expectations, sorry, if you have questions today, you might think of tomorrow or the next 2 days. Don't hesitate to ask, okay? You might not have a question now, maybe you'll think of it and come up with it tomorrow, the next day. This is the platform. Don't forget, we only have this time, we can talk to each other. After that, we don't know, we'll meet again. Eh? So I hope that your 2 hour sitting has been worth it, and you have to ask that question. You know, is it worth your time? And the ball is in your court now. You know, I can only have these sessions with you now. Maybe we can have it again in the future, but I can only be sitting here talking and suggesting and giving you these tips. The truth is, when you actually take it and use it and apply it, and that's when it will happen. Everything you hearing now, you will only be able to say that, you know, it really works when you put it into practice. Okay. Yeah, so with that, thank you very much, everyone. Marvin, are you with us? Nakameri, Nakamoji. Marvin, you with us? We just wait for Marvin in case something he needs to mention to us before training tomorrow. Thank you, Rupanchi. Thank you, Dawn.